5 things you need to know about Newton's first law of motion, Newton's law of inertia. So number 1 is you need to know what Newton's law of inertia actually says. Law of inertia says is that objects will continue moving at the same speed and in the same direction unless acted on by an unbalanced force. So what this means is that if something is moving at a constant speed, it's going to keep moving at that same speed and in the same direction until an unbalanced force makes it change. Likewise, if it's not moving at all, if it's still not moving, no motion, it's going to keep not moving until something makes it move. Number 2, inertia is not a force. It is an object's tendency to resist a change in motion. Number 3, everything has inertia. Everything in the universe has inertia. The more mass something has, the more inertia it has. So for example, an 18-wheeler has a lot more inertia because it has more mass than a really nice sports car. So it doesn't matter how fancy the sports car is, it's less mass than an 18-wheeler. So in a car wreck situation, the sports car is not going to fare well just because it had less inertia. Number 4, in order to change an object's motion, an unbalanced force has to overcome the object's inertia. So that means that the force has to be greater than the current force is acting on the object. So if something has more mass, it's going to require more force to overcome its inertia. Likewise, if something has less mass, it's going to require less force to overcome inertia. And then number 5, our final fact about Newton's first law, is that only the object acted on by an unbalanced force will actually change its motion. So this is why when you're in a car and you are moving forward, or you're moving and someone slams on the brakes, that you kind of jerk forward a little bit, right? And you might be wearing a seatbelt, you might not be wearing a seatbelt, you should be wearing a seatbelt, but even if you are wearing a seatbelt, you'll feel a jerking motion and then the seatbelt pushes you back. The unbalanced force that was acted on by the brakes was applied to the car, not to you. So that's why you felt that jerking motion once the brakes were applied. So that's all 5 facts that I have to share with you about Newton's first law of motion. If you have any questions, just contact me and I will help you out. Bye, y'all.